Morning to all students. I hope you all enjoyed yesterday my video regarding the reproductive health, and the sub-concept in the reproductive health is contraceptive methods, in which we already discussed some of the reproductive methods in the previous session. In today's session, I'd like to give you the detailed information regarding the rest of the contraceptive methods, which are all comes under these temporary methods. Of the remaining contraceptive methods, so the first one here it is oral contraceptive pills. Is one more important one. Coming to here, this method we use by taking the tablets, and the tablets includes the steroidal hormones. Since we are all taking the tablets, that is the reason why we call it as contraceptive pills. Coming to these contraceptive pills, we used to take every day for about 21 days of 28 days of menstrual cycle. A menstrual cycle that we used to use. And since the menstrual cycle starts, from the day begins, we start taking these contraceptive pills every day, whereas when the menstruation is taking place, for about 7 days we need to stop it. Thereafter, again we need to reuse these contraceptive pills. So here my point is, out of the 28 days of the menstrual cycle, we have to use these pills every day for about 21 days. As you all know that here, these contraceptive pills, it consists of steroidal hormones, and these hormones generally releases into the female body and it prevents the pregnancies. And the point here it is, the contraceptive pills generally used by the women rather than the men. Coming to these contraceptive pills, it includes two important type of steroidal hormones within them. One is the progesterone, progesterone we used to call, whereas the second one is known as estrogen. And these two here hormones act on different ways, and here it functions naturally. The first important thing, the function it acts is it prevents the ovulation process. Ovulation process will be prevented by this steroidal hormone, whereas the second important thing is here it creates some change in the mobility of the fallopian tubes and secretion. Mobility and secretion activities of fallopian tubes. These activities will be get prevented or get stopped by the action of these two important hormones. Whereas the third important thing on which it acts is it alters the mucus in the cervix. Cervix mucus will be get altered, so that here the sperms are not allowed to enter into the female genital tract. And whereas the fourth important here thing is it brings some changes in the endometrial wall also. So it brings a certain changes in the wall of the endometrium of uterus and makes the endometrium unsuitable for implantation process. So that here there is no possibility for getting the pregnancies. On these four important here functions, generally it functions and it prevents the pregnancies. So whereas coming to these oral contraceptive pills are categorized into two different types based on the type of the hormone that is present in the pill. So let us see what the two types of these contraceptive. One type of contraceptive pill here it is known as mini pill. Whereas the second category of the contraceptive pill, it includes combination pill. Then what makes the difference between these two? On which basis this classification is made? Let us see once here. Coming to this mini pill particularly consists of any one of the two hormones that I mentioned earlier. Particularly the hormone that is present in this mini pill, it includes progesterone. If it is only present, we do consider it as the mini pill. The best example for this progesterone is Saheli. Is a well-known contraceptive pill to all of us, and this it consists of here the progesterone, a kind of hormone, and this is a pill which is developed by CDRI located in Lucknow. The CDRI, it stands for Central Drug Research Institution. It is located in Lucknow city from Uttar Pradesh state. Such a kind of Saheli is having high effective value of contraception. Nowadays, most of them are using this one. The way of using this contraceptive, that is Saheli, is initially the first 3 months we used to take this Saheli tablet, 2 tablets in a week. Afterwards, after the 3 months span of time, this we need to take every 3 months. First 3 months only, sorry. The first 3 months we need to take this Saheli 2 tablets in a week. After the 3 months, we have to take this tablet here once in a week. 1 tablet in a week need to be taken. That is the reason why the Saheli is known as once in a week pill or once in a week. In such a way we used to call it. The chances are there to ask bit on this. What do we call a once in a week pill, or which of the following is considered as once in a week pill? The answer will be here, the Saheli. Whereas coming to here, the combination pills. Let us see about the combination pills in detail now. Coming to these combination pills, it consists of the 2 different types of hormones. One, it includes, as I said earlier, progesterone. Along with that, these pills consist of another hormone also known as estrogen. This is very commonly using pills nowadays. And the best example for these type of here pills that are all available to us in the market, one is Mala-D, whereas the second one is known as Mala-N. These 2 types of here pills are available to us in a market. So by making use of these 2 here, we can prevent the pregnancy. Coming to these kind of pills, we have to take every day. As I said in the beginning, 21 days of the menstrual cycle, we have to consume these type of combination pills. Example, Mala-D and Mala-N. So this is all about here the contraceptive pills. Whereas it has got its own limitations. What are the limitations of these contraceptive pills? Thing is, the contraceptive pills have got a side effect of intravascular clotting. This is one important point. Intravascular clotting. Intra means inside, vascular means blood vessels. Generally, within the blood vessel, there is a possibility of clotting the blood whenever the user consumes these type of contraceptive pills. That this type of pill is not suggested to certain kind of women, those who have got certain health disorders, and the persons those who are suffering from heart related diseases is one important thing, whereas the second one is hypertension, whereas liver disorders, is one thing, and thereafter here those who are suffering from breast and cervical cancers, and here cerebral vascular problems. The women, those who are suffering from such a kind of health disorders, are not suggested to take the oral contraceptive pills. I repeat once again, the women who is suffering from heart related diseases and those who are having hypertension, we used to call it as high blood pressure, whereas here liver disorders, and thereafter here, and those who are suffering from the breast and cervical cancers and cerebral vascular problems, if they have got any such a kind of problem, they are always not suggested to take such a kind of oral contraceptive pills, because it has, as I said earlier, has got intravascular clotting problems. This is one thing. Coming to the next important temporary method, it includes subcutaneous implantation is the next one, that is implantation. We used to otherwise call it as Norplant. In this case, we do use certain kind of capsules, and these capsules are placed underneath the skin. That is the reason why we used to call it as underneath cutaneous, related to the skin. And these kind of here tablets are placed underneath the skin. So such a kind of capsules we use, and here all these tablets also here includes the hormone. As I said earlier, it is a derivative of progesterone, a progesterone derivatives. So in this case, above the here forearm, that we call it as here upper arm, underneath the skin, in the below area, a minor surgical process is done, and these capsules are placed underneath the skin of a woman, so that here these capsules continuously release this progesterone. So since the progesterone is releasing into the female body continuously, and it prevents the process of ovulation. Ovulation process will be get suppressed, or that will be get prevented because of continuous releasing of this progesterone. So it is a very useful here method if they want gap in between the two successive babies, and this will be get here helpful to us for prevention of the pregnancy for about 5 years. So that is the biggest advantage of this one, and this continuously, as I said, ovulation will be get prevented. So this is about here subcutaneous implantation. The only difficulty in the subcutaneous implantation is a minor surgical process is required for implantation and removal of these capsules, and almost all here 6 matchstick sized tablets or get placed underneath the skin. So this is about a subcutaneous implantation process, whereas the next important temporary contraceptive method is hormonal injections. So this is one more important and easiest way of the contraceptive method. In this, generally an injection is given to a woman for about 3 months, for every 3 months span of time. Each 3 months span of time, they will give this hormone injection to the women. So this hormonal injection also consists of a hormone that is known as progesterone. The hormone it includes. This hormone also slowly released into the female body so that it prevents the ovulation process or suppress the ovulation process. So that here it is helpful to us in prevention of the pregnancy. So it acts like a very good contraceptive method. So coming to the last one, under these temporary methods, it includes morning after pill. The very important bit related to this one is the morning after pill is otherwise known as emergency contraceptive also. The reason for this is, and this particularly used after the coitus if it is taken place, and that too if the coitus is unprotected. In some of the cases, the women may be underwent a rape, or else even they use here a barrier method like condom and all. During the coitus time, there is a chances of tearing of the condom. During these two conditions, naturally insemination taken place into the female genital tract, so that the sperms get an opportunity to meet with a ovum, so the fertilization is possible. Finally, it leads to the pregnancies. So that in that case, even after the fertilization is done, if it want to here stop, generally we go with morning after pill, so that we call it as even emergency contraceptive also. In this case, if you see the name, it gives a wrong actually opinion that every day morning we need to take this pill. This doesn't mean that taking the pill every day in the morning. Actually, the real meaning of this one is taking this pill. If you take this pill even after the coitus, 72 hours, even after the coitus also, this pill it functions. The effective functioning of this pill can be increased if you take this pill within the 24 hours after the pill. If you take, the effectiveness of this pill can be increased. So not a matter need not to take even exclusively in between before the 24 hours, even after the 24 hours, or else up to 3 days of the coitus you can make use of that, so that it helps to prevent the pregnancies. So this is what is another one. So with this we do completed all the temporary methods. So let us see here about the next important area under these contraceptive methods, that are all permanent methods. These permanent methods are otherwise known as terminal methods also. And these methods have got even another name here, that is surgical methods, or we can call them as sterilization methods. In this case, once a couple or individual adopt this method, it will be a permanent method. They do not get any chance to get a children the next times. So that we call it as sterilization method. So either male or a female will become sterilized, so that they do not here able to give birth to the young ones. And this method generally carried out by a surgical operation. So that we call it as here a surgical method. Coming to this one, this differs in male as well as female. This permanent method in the male used to call as vasectomy, whereas in the female we call it as here tubectomy. Then how do they do these two methods? Let us see here in detail, the diagrammatic way. And coming to here, we are all well aware about the male reproductive system that we already studied in the human reproductive topic. In this, so male penis will be, and it has got the ejaculatory duct through which actually insemination takes place. There we have the two ureters which are all here coming from the two kidneys. There you can see in a male reproductive test system, 2 testes are present, and 2 testes here have got epididymis, and it has got even the vas deferens also. That whatever I am drawing a tube is actually the vas deferens. Here you can find out the epididymis here that you can happen to see here, and these 2 vas deferens, they join with one another at one place and they continuous as urethra. This is the place at which here you can see the seminal vesicles are get joined with this and releases the seminal fluid, and this is the area you can see even bulbourethral glands. There you can find out even the muscles in the male penis. And generally the spermatogenesis is a process that takes place in the testicles. Once the sperms are get formed, they get passed through this vas deferens and finally releases out through this urethra. Here the point is, in case of vasectomy, a small here incision is made on the scrotum. The scrotum is actually a sac-like structure that is present around the testes. A incision or a cut is made on the scrotum so that they can take it out, that is vas deferens. This is an important part, and this vas deferens is cut off and some portion of the vas deferens is removed. The 2 cut ends of the vas deferens are get tie up. When they do it so, of course the spermatogenesis will be get continued, but whereas passing of the sperms through the vas deferens and ejaculation will not be taken place, and so that it can prevent the insemination process also. So this is a one way. Since here the vas deferens is cutting off, so that the name is given to this as vasectomy. So this is a permanent method, and here reversibility of this method is very poor. There is no possibility at all here to reverse this kind of contraceptive method. Let us see here the tubectomy method. In the tubectomy, as you all well aware about the female reproductive system, it includes different parts like a vagina, cervix, and that followed by uterus, and this uterus continues with the fallopian tubes, which we otherwise call it as oviduct also. And either side of this one you can find out the ovaries, and this ovaries generally releases the ova, and this ova is taken up into the fallopian tube. If there is a successful intercourse, the sperms are get released into this female genital tract. Finally the sperms, they do reach the fallopian tube where the fertilization it takes place. During this tubectomy time, generally a small incision is made on the abdomen of a female, or else through the vagina they will go to this fallopian tube, and the 2 fallopian tubes either side are get cut off. The cut ends of these fallopian tubes are get tied off. When it happens, though the ovulation is done, though the insemination is happened, then the sperm and ovum will not get any chance to meet with each other, so that it doesn't lead to the fertilization. Finally it prevents entire the pregnancy. So that here, and that too here, when you see this tubectomy, the term, since the fallopian tube is getting cut off, so the name is given to that as the tubectomy method. And these 2 are the permanent methods, which varies in the male as well as the female. So these are all about the permanent methods, comes under the contraceptive methods. Here we need to concentrate on few things with regarding these contraceptive methods. The first point, the contraceptive method, when you are going to adopt, it is necessary to each and every individual to approach a qualified doctor. On the suggestions of the qualified doctor only, you have to select a suitable contraceptive method, is one important point need to be noted. And second point, here it is, though it has got its own advantages, it has got certain kind of disadvantages also. all the kind of contraceptive methods. The reason for that is all the contraceptive methods are quite against to the natural pregnancy or conceiving, and they do here obstruct the natural reproductive events that takes place in a female body, so that it is not even always suggestible. And second important thing, the contraceptive methods should not be used on a regular basis. Whenever it is required, then only you can go with this. If you go on using the contraceptive methods on a regular basis, it is not so good to your reproductive health. So that is one more important thing. And it has got some ill effects also on the health of a woman. Let me tell you in detail what are the ill effects will be caused in a woman when they are all used these contraceptive methods continuously. Ill effects of these contraceptive methods. The first one is it may cause nausea in a woman. As you all know that nausea is a technical term. Generally we used to call it here with a term of sensation of vomitings. So when they go for these contraceptive methods, it causes the vomitings in the women is one important drawback. Whereas the second one is here chances of getting breast cancer is one thing, and even there is a chances of getting abdominal pain, is one more here ill effect on a woman, and even it disturbs the entire menstrual cycle, causes irregular menstrual cycle. And even it causes here breakthrough bleeding. During the menstrual cycle when it occurs. Here the breakthrough bleeding, it includes heavy bleeding will be taken place in the women body. So these are all some of the ill effects that causes in a woman because of adopting this contraceptive method. So one is the nausea, whereas second one is the breast cancer, and third one is abdominal pain and irregular menstrual cycle, whereas breakthrough bleeding. All these are the effects. So that here before you are selecting any kind of contraceptive method, you have to take some of the points into the consideration in selection of the contraceptive method. And when do you say a contraceptive method or a contraceptive is ideal? A contraceptive has got certain characteristic features. Based on that, we can here finalize that part as a ideal contraceptive. Let us see here the characteristic features of the ideal contraceptive methods. And first and foremost important one, it is user friendly. It must be user friendly is one thing. Whereas the second one is it must be available to us easily available. Is one thing. Thereafter, it must be more effective. This contraceptive must be more effective one. Thereafter, the contraceptive must be reversible. While you are here reversible, and it should not cause any side effects. Is one thing. It should not cause any side effects. Apart from all these things, when the contraceptive is using, and it should not here disturbs disrupt the sexual drive is one thing. Thereafter, desire of the partner, it should be keep it in mind, so that then whenever any contraceptive satisfies all these characteristic features, we call such a kind of contraceptive as an ideal contraceptive. This is an important here question in the board examinations also. Chances are there to ask here a bit in a medical entrance examination. I repeat here once again, user friendly. So that must be whenever a person use it, it must be here a friendly in the sense not just like a classmates and all. It must be user friendly. Thereafter, easily available in a open market, and whenever we use it, it must be more effective one. The failure rate of the contraceptive must not be there. 100% that must be functions or acts very effectively. Thereafter here, whenever it is reversible, and here they should not cause any side effects. This is one more important thing, and it should not obstruct or disturbs the sexual drive or the sexual act or the desire of a concerned person. Then only we do consider the concerned method as a ideal contraceptive. So with this we can conclude the topic, that is contraceptive methods. So I hope you do understand this one. If you have any doubts regarding this one, just comment and send to us. We are here to clarify all your doubts regarding the concerned topic. Thank you all.